Hey everyone, welcome to another Haze Reverb video. And for this update, we actually don't have too much going on this week, so this will be a fairly short video, I would say. But we got Flovira as the banner unit. She is not limited, and she was already in the game, so she's not a new unit. Now we'll quickly go over her skills. I have covered her before, but for those who don't know, she's basically a heavy type unit, which means normally heavy type units will charge up for a round and skip a turn. And that sort of makes them, or that is sort of the weakness of heavy units, is that they're generally sort of inefficient because they waste a turn doing nothing, and then usually like don't do like anything more than what an assault type unit would do, or a guard unit that is a DPS type unit, or like a DPS role. But Flovira is the exception because she has an instant charge, which is this ability here. And that is based off how many allies are alive on her side. At lower ranks, this would mean that the number of allies you need to have alive is a bit more. But if you're getting her to move on the first turn, that shouldn't really matter because all units should be alive on the first round at least, or the first turn. As long as you don't make her move last or anything like that, make her move first or second, you should have enough people alive to trigger this ability. Aside from that, she just, like a damage dealer, nothing too special about her. It's just that she has an instant charge, right? And that this is her attack pattern, second unit in the row, and then all the diagonals next to the target. So not much else to say here. Now, I would suggest skipping her because, as you probably know, the collab has been announced, but we haven't had any new details about it since the announcement. That was like a couple of weeks ago now. At this stage, I'm not sure if it's going to come out anytime soon because we are probably going to get the Valentine event, and it would be a bit awkward if they overlap that side story and also the collab side story. I think people will be pretty unhappy about that because then they'll have to choose where to spend their energy. But if you like Flovira's design, I can definitely see at least a couple of reasons why you might like to pull for her. That's your choice, but I would say skip and save your resources for the collab. The collab looks like there's going to be at least 4 units, like new units as well. So that's going to be a lot of pulls. They'll probably give 1 or 2 for free, but you still have to pull for at least 2 of them, I would say, maybe 3. Plus any of the ones that you skipped. Hopefully they'll get a rerun, which means there's going to be quite a lot of use to pull for some people. Especially those who started late and might have missed the first part or the first collab, right? Then we don't have any side story or anything like that, so basically it's gonna be a bit of a boring week. Just farm your like cores or your shield credits, whatever you need, and yeah, just wait until hopefully there's some new stuff next week. But as I said, I think they're gonna do the Valentine event. I hope they do it early if they're gonna like make the collab after it, right? So if they can end the Valentine event during actual Valentine's, right? Basically, they have a sort of the second week of or second or third week. I can't remember how many weeks the Valentine event is. Hopefully, that makes it so that it will end by the time Valentine's is already over. That way, we can get the collab as soon as possible, and I would expect that to be then mid to late February is probably when we're going to get the collab. But yeah, we'll see what they bring out next week. I suspect it's going to be a quiet week this week because maybe there's going to be something coming out next week that hopefully we can be excited about, whether it's the Valentine event or the collab. Aside from that, we also got the refresh of the Battle Pass, and the Telly Rabbit skin has been added to that. So that should be in this box here. I did buy the previous month's box just in time, so I can show you what it actually has in it. Now, originally I thought it was going to be all the old Battle Pass skins plus like one new one, right? So that there's always a reason for people to buy it because there's always going to be a new skin included in it. But actually, it also includes skins that you might not own from the skin shop, right? For example, the Lula skin. This has been in the game since the beginning, and you can it's always available to buy, but you can actually select it from this exchange box if you want to, right? If you have everything else already, then you could pick that up. And then at the worst case scenario, if you happen to have everything already, like if you spent prime crystals to buy all the skin shop stuff as well, then worst case scenario, you can exchange for energy crystals. It's not a very good amount in my opinion. I think they should have given out more for this, but at least it's something. Like at least you're not like stuck with a exchange box you can't use, right? So that's worst case scenario. Just get that. So that is the battle pass, and we've also got information on the next monthly login skin, right? It's going to be Sugomo Tamaki's skin, which I can show you here. You can sort of preview here if you have it already. If you go into her skins, it is already here, which is the Absolute Phantom Thief of Love. And I guess that sort of coincides with the Valentine's Day, like pretty closely. Like after 15 days you get the skin, so that's pretty close to Valentine's Day. So it sounds like it's like meant to be like a theme for that. But yeah, that is the skin for next month. Right, so just have to log in for 15 days and you'll get it for free. Then also we got 2 overlimits this week. So that's clicking the wrong buttons. So that is the last couple of details that we got for this week, and that's Flovira's overlimit. So we'll quickly go over that. You have to level up all these to unlock, even be able to see it, but I'll show you here so that you don't have to level up if you don't want to. Now, I think the first upgrade just increases the scaling of these, right? So it just increases the numbers. And then the second upgrade, Breakthrough 2, will add this ability here, which is it will dispel damage reduction effects on the target before she attacks, which is quite good, I think. It helps against Lina buffs and stuff like that. So I think this gives her some potential in PvP, in addition to just giving her a lot more raw stats. So yeah, I think she is worth looking into if you already have her, but if you don't have her, I wouldn't really bother at this stage. If you have the resources to spare on the overlimit, go ahead and try her out if you want to. But yeah, it's mostly if you're running a heavy team. I wouldn't bother using her outside of a heavy team. And then we also got Mitoshiva, this one here, her overlimit. Now her overlimit is pretty underwhelming in my opinion, but I'll show you here. So the first one is the first skill just increases the flat HP that it heals. It says only on the main target, but I think it should affect everyone within her targeting area. I'm not sure if this is like a typo. Just my guess, because I've never used her, right? But I will show you her targeting in a second. But it increases the raw healing there, and then the second upgrade lets her buff 60% res for 18 turns, which is not that useful. I mean, by herself, she's already not that great anyway. But 60% res is pretty low. It's not a good amount. You have to divide this by 3 to get the actual damage reduction. So it's actually 20% damage reduction. I mean, it might make or break if you have a unit that has very high resistance, but not necessarily max resistance. But aside from that, I don't think she's particularly worth investing into for resonance gear or like her overlimit. But if you do want to get her overlimit, you need 1 Nevea crystal thing and 2 of the blazing ingot from Sobek. I should also worth note that Flovira needs 3 of the blazing rage, right, from Sobek. So those are the 2 overlimits we got, and you can check your overlimits by pressing this button. This has been here for a while, but I never ended up mentioning it. I kind of forgot about it. But in case you didn't know, you can just press this overlimit to see who has an overlimit available, and then it will show you whether if it's locked, it will say it's locked. If it's unlocked, then you'll see the levels that you have, right? So yeah, this is the new stuff here. So that pretty much covers everything for this week. Not too much to talk about. Additionally, I will have the part 2 of the combat guide out coming out today, or most likely today or tomorrow. I have recorded it. It just depends on how long it takes to upload it, and yeah. But yeah, that is it for this week. So I will have that. It'll be a double video this week as well, and I'll try to get some more guides out probably sometime next week, unless I can record it early. We'll see how we go. Depends on my weekend. But anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.